All right, Therapy Thursday is where we talk out our problems. And when I say our, I'm being kind, it's really your problems. 888-429-0941. Get in on us. Meredith MD, are you ready?
Oh, I definitely am today.
Rich the Resident, are you ready?
Emotional support, Rich.
Emotional support Rich is in the building. Orlando, your OBGYN, is here for you as well. We got all of your questions out of the 727. It says, my boyfriend and I tried to cut our drinking because we were hungover almost every weekend, and it was wearing us out. But without it, we're not as much of a good time. Are we alcoholics? Needing drinks feels sad, but it's obvious we're happier when we're drinking. Tell us what to do.
It doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. I just think maybe you're used to partying and living that certain lifestyle. And if you're gonna choose a sober life, it does take a while to adjust to that. I mean, give yourself a little bit of some space and a little bit of breath, and learn different things that you can do to make you happy.
It's muscle memory. If you're drinking and you're used to turning up that way or feeling that vibe in you, that venom, and you're like, oh, now I'm ready to have a good time, then that's going to take a minute for you to kind of find some other paths. It doesn't mean you're an alcoholic, but it does mean you might be alcohol dependent. Because your situation might be alcohol dependent. So give yourself some time.
Yeah.
Don't go back to the liquor real quick. Just find yourself some stuff that might not include liquor. And I got to tell you, there ain't many. There's not many of those things out there, but there are. I mean, the water sports and things like that. Hit some jet skis or whatever. And just when it's time to hit the pier and go drink, then go home and do some other stuff. Just, but if y'all doing it as a team, that's a good look. It's much harder to do it with one person
by yourself
when the other person is still running around smelling like, Tito's. Mm-hmm. So, do what you got to do.
Not drinking is a mental thing just as much as it is a physical thing. So I know a lot of people take it from somebody that was drinking for a long time and stopped. I thought that I needed to drink to have fun, but then you realize and get more comfortable not drinking. And also you find different ways to have fun without it. And it actually becomes a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. It's a habit.
Yes, we're habitual.
We got a question out of the 941. It's pretty long, so I'm going to have to paraphrase it. It says, would you guys pursue this in court? There's so much to this story. Okay, it says, keeping a long story short, me and my ex-girl broke up a month and a half ago. And on that day, she said I was mad at her, which I wasn't at all, but she decided to start packing when she got home from work. When I asked her where she was going, she said, minding my business, then tells me to round up all the clothes she got me over the years. Ooh. And, of course, I said, hell no, because it's my stuff no matter who got it for me. So then she proceeds to break 2 of my 55-inch televisions. She put holes in my walls. She tried putting her hands on me and then comes back to my house at 6 a.m. after I kicked her out when she knew I would be gone to work, and she took more stuff. My family is telling me to let this go, and it's just material stuff, but it's more of the principle for me. If me as a black man in America did something like this, there would be massive consequences every time. P.S. I did not cheat.
For sure. I mean, you have a big point here. I would definitely not. I don't want to mess with that. That sounds like a Tasmanian devil just waiting to explode again. Run away from the situation as far as you can. I wouldn't ask for any money. I wouldn't ask for any TV. I would just move on with my life.
Why though? Why don't you have to pay any kind of restitution for what you did?
Should you? Yes, absolutely. Me personally, that is such an explosive situation. It's scared. That's a terrifying thing to go through. I don't know if there was a lot of physical abuse too. I mean,
that's what she said.
Yeah, no. I don't want nothing to do with that at all.
Those are actions from a person that has already checked out, and they have you can't talk them into trying to stay.
It's not even about staying. You ruined stuff that costs to replace.
I mean, you can go after legally and all that stuff if you want to. That's also going to cost you at the same time. I would just be
consequences are consequences, and you said it right. If you did this, police would have showed up at the door, and you would have been in bracelets. So I think you need to make sure you take an itemized list to a lawyer and say, this is what happened. This is the evidence. Show them the text pages and all that other stuff, and make some consequences. You ain't got to get back in the relationship. That's over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
let the heifer back in my house at all. But I'm going to make sure that somebody going to pay for my stuff.
You want them to be held accountable for their actions.
Absolutely. I don't think you're wrong for that. And I don't think that's petty at all. So I think you need to
cut
get
bait.
that in.
I think cut bait, be done with it.
Cut bait.
We got one out of the 863 says, Freak Show, I'm in the process of filing for divorce from my wife. Don't really need advice about that part, but my stepson is most affected by this. He has his dad every other weekend that he spends where he would be with us the rest of the time. He's openly told me in this process that he wants to stay with me when he is not with his father. But with the divorce happening, me and his mother won't be together, so I'm lost about how to still fit in with this really good child. He's been in my life for 6.5 years.
I don't know what legal rights you have after a divorce as a stepfather. So let me just put that out there. But I really feel like I was in a similar situation as a child, and then my mom divorced my stepdad. And I just wish he wanted to keep and maintain a loving relationship with me. So I would do my best. Here's my advice. I would do my best to see if you can spend time with the child, ask the mother, ask the father if it's okay that you can take them or he can spend the night or anything like that. And really, I mean, you could be the person that they could lean on during such a difficult time, and they need that right now.
It's not that much time in the week though. Like if you got one weekend with your mama, you got 2 weekends with your mama and 2 weekends with your real dad.
Right.
And now your mama then broke up with her man, so now we trying to find weekends for him too. Like, I mean, it.
Or just pick up from, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't even have to be spending the night. It could be a pickup after school, going to a game, being supportive, talking on the phone, like anything like that to help maintain the relationship.
Keep a relationship.
And the communication open, because trust me, the kid is going through it just as much as the mom and you.
If you, what I did notice when you said he wants to stay with you, I think you need to define that to the kid and say, hey, where you stay doesn't mean who's in your life. I'm important in your life. We have built a relationship that ain't going to end. So wherever you live, I'm still here for you. You can always reach out. Hit me digitally, FaceTime, whatever it is that you're going to do, so that, can at least show the kid that you're not bailing on him.
Don't disappear.
All right? So that's a good look.